Hello everyone, today I am going to be reading from one of my books here, Scientifically Christian. So just a disclaimer, the cover here is a little different than the cover that is up on Amazon. That is due to some minor changes that I had to make to the book. So we're going to just get started by reading one of the sections of my book here. Again, this book can be found at the link in the description. It can also be found in my bio here on YouTube or any social media that you are going to be watching from. So I am going to pull up one of these sections. I'm just going to read a little bit of this. Scientifically Christian is a book that basically showcases scientists throughout history who also believed in God and basically how they followed science basically while also following God. So I'm going to be reading from a section. I'm going to be reading from the marine biology section. So I'm just going to get started. So here is the marine biology section. It's kind of small. The book is very small. It's just a short little book with a couple scientists in it. So let's just get started. So our next scientist is Philip Henry Goss, who was an English naturalist as well as a hardworking innovator in the marine science field, who created and stocked the first public aquarium at the London Zoo in 1853. He also had coined the term aquarium when he published The Aquarium, an unveiling of the wonders of the deep sea in 1854. While making great strides in the field of marine science, Goss also began to preach and lead a Bible class, the Wesleyan Methodists. It was in 1842 that he became so captivated by the doctrine of the second coming of Christ that he disconnected from the Methodists and joined the Plymouth Brethren. Then in 1843, he wrote an introduction to zoology for the Society for Promoting Christian Knowledge, SBCK, which is a UK-based which is a UK-based Christian charity with a vision of a world in which everyone is transformed by Christian knowledge. So as you can see, he seems to really be into science, specifically marine biology, while also being really faithful into God. I absolutely love that section. For me, it really just hit home because I really grew up loving marine biology. I really wanted to be in the field myself, and I wanted to study it a while ago. And I actually did take a couple courses in that field, so I kind of understand. I loved aquariums. I still kind of do. I haven't been to one in a long time, but I really do love them, and I think that it's really great to see somebody like that who especially coined the term aquarium. I don't know if a lot of people know this, that he literally coins this term aquarium while also believing in God. He's got this faith. He's going to Methodist, Plymouth Brethren, so he's doing a lot of things for Christianity while also maintaining science. And this is really what this book is about. It really just to showcase some scientists who believe in God but also have their scientific backgrounds and how they really just, do both and really combine both in their life. And this is what I noticed about a lot of the founding fathers of science, is that a lot of them basically believed in God while also following science and stuff. And they really were so good at what they did because they literally would, do scientific research, basically building the foundations of science, modern science, while also believing in God. And one of the big pushbacks I do see is that people always say, well, they were forced to believe, I don't believe that they were forced to believe at all. I do believe that, yes, a lot of people did believe at the time more than they do now. And a lot of people would say, oh, they didn't have enough research or they didn't know enough. To be honest with you, they knew pretty much a lot there too, because they're building the foundational doctrines of science. We wouldn't have modern day science, a lot of modern day science, if it wasn't for these guys, a lot of these guys in this book. So I'm going to read one more section as a bonus for you guys. Why not? Let's take a look at some of the data here. Why not? Because that's the easiest section. This is the beginning section. So I start off with some data, and I'm just going to read a little bit of the data here. So it says here that, did you know that 48% of scientists are either atheist or agnostic, while only 33% believe in God? And that is really disheartening. So then we're going to read it down here. Now, we're going to actually go here and go to the next page. And I'm just going to show you guys the amount of scientists that are actually by field here. So, okay. So right here, there's a chart in the book, and I'll give you guys a little bit of a preview. So you're going to get this chart. If you can see it, it's a chart. And basically, it's a chart on 2 pages. And it talks about the percentage of scientists by field who believe in God. And then you also get the chart of percentage of scientists who believe in God. And then you get the percentage of scientists by field who are atheist or agnostic. So you really do get a nice breakdown of this data before we get into it. So then basically after the data right here, you do get into the fields of science. This includes lots of fields here. I'm going to include all the fields right now for you guys. So you're going to get astronomy. You're going to get botany and chemistry. I try to go to every field as possible so you guys can see that every single field of science has a scientist that believed in God. Geology is one here. Let's go down a little bit. We got marine biology that we read from. And then we have zoology. There's one here. Microbiology, physics. I think physics might have been taken out. I'm not 100% sure. I did have to take one out, unfortunately, due to their beliefs in, I think it was not modalism, something else that was not good. They basically were not a Trinitarian, and I was not aware. So, unfortunately, one of the guys here is missing. You'll figure that out when you go to buy it on Amazon, and I'm very sorry about that. I was not aware of that. Somebody made me aware that there was a minor error, so I was very thankful I was able to fix it. So if you do get this book and you're like, wait, the cover's not the same, it is the exact same book, just without one of the scientists that was not a Trinitarian, which I believe in the Trinity. So if you don't believe in the Trinity, I'm sorry, it had to go. They had to go, unfortunately, because their doctrine wasn't 100% correct. But this is basically the book on the front, and then the back has this. And the back just reads, wonderful things can happen when science and religion are combined. Discover various world-famous scientists who also believed in God. So again, you can get this at the link down below. If you just hit it, it should say my books, and it takes you to my Amazon author profile, and then from there you can see all the books that I have published besides this one, and then you can get a closer look at all of the different books that I have written, and they're all pretty much really thin. This one. It's really short. They're nice, easy, short reads. You can read them literally in a day. You can hand these out to people. These are nice little books, and I like that because it's not like a really long, drawn-out read. I love big books too, but again, it's easy sometimes to have just a quick little snippet, and it's kind of like the podcast too. Little quick snippets of information, nice and small. You can carry this literally anywhere in your backpack pocket, maybe not back pocket, but your backpack or your small bag or something. You can take it with you and read it on the go or give it out to people, which is really nice. So the link is again down below, and I thank you guys for watching me read this on a little live premiere. I'm going to do this more often and read more books, and then I also have a PDF coming out called I forgot the name already, and I already just made it. It's about the apostles, the disciples, apostles that actually had careers that were similar to science. Scientifically disciples is what it's going to be called. I totally forgot there. But yeah, so that is that. I hope you guys enjoyed me reading from it. I will try to do this maybe once a week and try to cycle through so that you guys can kind of get a little feeling for what the books are like, so that when you go and want to think about purchasing it, if you haven't already, you can see a little bit of a preview about what the book is actually like, because I know you don't just want to buy a book blind. Sometimes you want to get the preview or read a little bit. I know when you're at the bookstore, sometimes you're like, let me read the beginning or the back to see if I like it. So if you guys like this, make sure to give it a purchase below. And you can purchase, again, multiple copies. And that is it. Bye. I hope you guys have a wonderful afternoon, day, night, whenever you're watching this wonderful live premiere video. Bye.